Who are the Zoldycks? Who are the strongest among them? One Zoldyck bothers many people. Imagine all of them gathered, what destruction they would cause, right? That said, let's rank the strongest ones, taking into account all the information we have about them. Powerful bosses, come running to leave your subscription to help the channel. Leave your like and activate the bell too. The Zoldyck family has always been synonymous with absolute power in Hunter x Hunter, a lineage of assassins that spans generations and masters the most dangerous thing in the world, Nen. No other clan combines tradition, strength, mystery, and intelligence as well as the Zoldycks. Now, thanks to revelations from the Dark Continent and new confrontations, we can see even more clearly where each one stands within this family, from the practically immortal ancestor to the prodigies who still defy the future. What you will read next is a dive into 10 central figures of the Zoldyck family, a ranking that explains why each one is there, what their decisive feats are, and what role they play or could play in the Hunter x Hunter storyline, culminating with their current status in the world. The top of this ranking is occupied by Maha Zoldyck, the incontestable ancestral patriarch. His fame is almost legendary, the only man to face Isaac Netero and survive, even though Netero is considered the strongest human user of Nen. Why did this matter so much? Because to this day, Maha inspires respect and fear even while walking among the living. His body, even in old age, remains sustainable enough to eliminate assassinations and command powers like a dark god. He doesn't need to prove strength, just a look or a message is enough for his descendants to tremble. And his legacy goes far beyond traditional habits. Maha is the origin point of the Zoldyck lineage as it exists today, representing the peak of what the family can be. His legacy is the foundation on which all others build their strength, and also the reason why so many hunters fear the very word Zoldyck. Next, in second place in the ranking, is a character wrapped in even more mystery, Zig Zoldyck. He traveled to the legendary Dark Continent and returned, while many of his time never regained sanity or didn't survive long enough to tell the story. The extreme secrecy surrounding his abilities does not diminish what he represents, a survivor of a territory where even monsters are deadly. All that is known is that he possesses powerful Nen, overwhelming training, and the same coldness and efficiency that the entire Zoldyck family always displays. He survived the unimaginable and remains relevant. That's enough to place him above most living warriors. He is the personification of a Zoldyck who has surpassed his own limits. On the third step of this power pyramid comes Zeno Zoldyck, Killua's grandfather and absolute Nen master. He is someone who has been called the greatest assassin in the world, and that's no gift. He has aura control that extends hundreds of meters. His techniques include creating aura dragons, launching devastating barrages, and adapting to the enemy almost intuitively. Fighting Krollo Lucifer, the skillful leader of the Phantom Troop, Zeno proved that he is not only strong, he's refined. He not only resists attacks, but also absorbs them and develops strategies in real time. And here is the central point. Zeno represents the perfect balance between lethality and wisdom. He is the living proof that in the Zoldyck family, uncontrolled aggression is not enough. You also need technique, calm, and surgical precision. But when we talk about effective assassinations executed with brutality, Silva Zoldyck comes into play. He's been responsible for the boldest operations of the Zoldycks in recent years, eliminations that could easily topple rulers if necessary. His technique allows manipulating aura in the form of explosive orbs, lethal enough to eliminate a member of the Phantom Troop or a Chimera ant with a single blow. His reputation does not come from his father or son, it's his own. The world knows that Silva is the most visible and present face of the Zoldyck family today. He is the armed arm, the executor of missions, and the current symbol of Zoldyck power in the present. His role reinforces that the Zoldycks are recognized in the power market, so much that they maintain high-value contracts with governments, clans, and wealthy hunters. Fifth place is occupied by Illumi Zoldyck, the eldest son and one of the coldest and most calculating personalities in the family's history. He doesn't need to lift a finger to cause chaos, because he does it emotionally and mentally. Manipulation, mind invasion, physical form control, all through Nen that uses needles and appears in shadows. He was effective enough to silence the entire family, distance his brother Killua, and even infiltrate the Phantom Troop, a rare feat. Illumi is the antithesis of raw violence. His silent assassination is more deadly than any explosion. He is the invisible strategist, working in the background to maintain the Zoldyck influence on various fronts. His role is symbolic. He represents the hidden threat in every weapon and every message of the Zoldycks. When we talk about controlled power and speed, it's time for Killua Zoldyck, the youthful protagonist, who carries within him the history and contradictions of the clan. Even though he has faced moral dilemmas and emotional sabotage, Killua has already taken down enemies that many experienced hunters have never faced, like Menthuthiupi, a member of the Chimera ants, with one of the most balanced Nen techniques ever shown, Godspeed. The speed and precision he displays in Godspeed surpass anything seen so far. His endurance, tactical intelligence, and emotional baggage make him an unpredictable adversary. Killua represents a natural evolution of the Zoldyck family, a catalyst between the brutal past and the future that can redeem the clan. He is the new face of the dynasty that can renew or deepen the ancestral logic of power. Right behind him comes Kaluto Zoldyck, the younger brother who operates in the shadows. With Nen specialized in origami papers that cut, control, and transmit messages via Nen, he has already eliminated dangerous members in a clean and surgical way. His presence in the Phantom Troop represents a rare level of infiltration, as his loyalty could function as a Zoldyck infiltrator agent in hostile regions. Kaluto shows that the Zoldyck specialize in silent experts, as lethal as they are strategic, the kind of assassin who only appears when the mission is already completed.
Fifth place, among the less visible but no less important, is Kikyo Zoldyck, Silva's wife and mother of several Saoshin. Although she does not participate in fights like her son or husband, her ability to manipulate Nen through fans and her womb serving as a connection to Killua demonstrates that even the family elite acts on various fronts. She doesn't need to fight, and that's what makes her presence so disturbing. Opponents don't always realize how powerful she is as they deal with her as they would with an ordinary woman. Behind the scenes, she is advisor, strategist, and watchdog, the invisible cement that supports the Zoldyck hierarchy. The third to last position is occupied by Miluki Zoldyck, the technically developed brother. He represents the cynical face of the lineage. If assassination is not possible, infiltration and action through technology are. He hacked systems, created miniaturized explosives, offered logistical support for missions, organizational theft, all with aura subtle enough not to draw attention. Miluki shows that the limits of the Zoldycks are not only in physical abilities, but also in technical knowledge and espionage. Finally, closing this ranking is Alukam/Nanika, the most extraordinary living entity of the family. Although she is not a Nen user, her ability to grant wishes with almost divine mastery is comparable to the most devastating power in history. Nanika, when in possession of an aberrant wish, can cure deadly diseases, resurrect people, and decree punishments, powers that scale beyond supposed mortality. Her paradox is having absolute power that is not Nen, and this places her in a unique position. No type of combat ability or mental strength can overcome someone who distorts reality itself by words. That is why Aluka/Nanika is an essential part of the Zoldyck family. Altogether, this ranking reveals more than just strength. It shows that the Zoldyck family has a complete structure: the mythical ancestor, Maha, the survivor of the immense, Zig, the assassin who teaches, Zeno, the present executor, Silva, the strategic manipulator, Illumi, the youthful prodigy, Killua, the invisible infiltrator, Kaluto, the political weaver, Kikyo, the technological brain, Miluki, and the divine entity, Aluka/Nanika. Each member occupies a narrative and symbolic function in the Hunter x Hunter universe, giving the reader and viewer a deeper understanding of what it means to belong to this lineage. Today, after the confrontations on the Dark Continent and the intensification of the struggle for the throne of Kakyin, the Zoldycks represent one of the main poles of global power. They carry out international missions of elimination, espionage, protection, and political interference. They maintain a clandestine market, exchange information with governments and other organizations, and have, under the table, huge contracts to deal with threats that no state can face alone. They are feared not only because of Nen or brute strength, but because they have already proven to master both weapons and information. What is to come? As Togashi advances in the manga, it is likely we will see more interactions between the Zoldycks and the great centers of power. Perhaps Maha will reveal new secrets. Zig might emerge with intact memories of life on the Dark Continent. Illumi may execute more brutal plans. And even Godspeed, and Godspeed could join forces to reshape the family for the battles ahead. Maintaining this dynamic is key to understanding the importance of the Zoldycks, not just as a clan of monsters, but as agents of the power balance that can rebuild or destroy the Nen world. And that, for us fans and enthusiasts, is both terrifying and fascinating.